Hey everyone, Amtrak and Syracuse Wheelfin here back again, and we got Amtrak Lakeshore 48 pulling in, was Heritage 108 trailing. Looked like he was on track 2 at first, and then he switched over to there. Now he's switching over to here, of course, now. It looked like. Seems like. Yup. They might not have a cruise swap, because they usually have a cruise swap for the Lakeshore Limited, but if he's pulling way over there because of his train so long, and he has these 2 engines in the Heritage unit, he has to pull way over there. Or if there is still a cruise swap, the engineers might cruise swap differently, like jump out of a different engine after they jump out of the 129. I almost thought 129 had a hybrid, but it looks like it doesn't. It still has a K5 LA. That's good. And yep, we do have a cruise change going on. Here comes this number. Probably the conductor there, seeing if there's any sleeping car passengers to get on that first coach. Sleeper. probably need a crew member still. That guy was probably checking on this new crew member. That guy that just got on over there, that's probably the guy that I heard on the radio before with a deep voice. Because that engineer probably has I heard that engineer has a deep voice on the radio. So yeah, that was probably him who climbed in. The one that climbed out sort of had a deep voice too. Oh, there comes that's probably the attendant or someone getting off. Or we're trying to let these guys jump in. Because yeah, they have a sleeping car attendant that works that helps with all the sleepers until Albany, where this train splits in half. Because the first few that sleeper there and the first 2 or 3 coaches go to Boston with these engines, and these engines will get taken off, and then whereas those cars and head to Boston probably, unless they need to be inspected. If these engines need to be inspected, they will get taken off, and then another engine will take this to Boston instead. But if these engines are still good and pass inspection, those are the ones who will take it to Boston, and then was to those that sleep on the other 2 or 3 coaches, and then once they get taken off at Albany, and then a P-32 ACDM will come and take the back of the train, the rest of the coaches and sleeper cars in the back, to New York Penn from Albany as well. Someone needs to be wheelchaired, it looked like. Might be a passenger who's getting off or getting back in or something. Sometimes they let people out to just stretch their legs as well. To get off the train, the ones who are still traveling can get off the train and then get back on the train. But it's too chilly for them to be doing that, so they wouldn't do that. Probably much. Baggage coach call, motor car way down over there. Yeah, she probably needs help with the wheelchair there. Someone getting on, and then these guys can jump in next. get the people on the back on. And those are the RPM. Here we go. Here we go, highball. RPMs will be revving up. Here we go. And here it goes.